I'm Paul Mitchell, leadership coach, author and founder of The Human Enterprise. Today, I want to talk to you about growing the team, more specifically, growing your team. We are so interconnected these days. We just can't do it on our own. In fact, we have a saying, no one makes it on their own. So there's been so much written about teamwork, but today I want to share with you 3 simple steps, in fact, strategies that we do in our team workshops, which we have found make a massive, massive difference. Number 1, get to really, in fact, 5 reallys, really know your team and get the other team members to know each other. It blows me away that after 6 months, 12 months, even longer, we find team members actually don't know that much about each other. They know each other a little bit professionally, but they certainly don't know each other personally. So a couple of things you can do. One is share resumes, but make sure on the resume people put down their personal interests. That's a great start. The second thing is something we do in a workshop called Why Should Anyone Be Led By You, which is get people to share their VARs, a wonderful little mnemonic. It stands for what are their values, what are their allowable weaknesses, what are their strengths, and what are their experiences, both personally and professionally, that have led to them being a leader. Particularly, I suggest you focus on that allowable weaknesses or vulnerabilities. Nothing builds rapport, nothing builds trust like sharing vulnerabilities. Second strategy is have a set of ground rules for the team. Everyone has a daily to-do list, but do we have a daily to-be list, or do we have a team to-be list? The ground rules, the charter, whatever you want to call it, is your to-be list. How are you going to be with each other? And don't just get that to-be list, an ordinary list picked from here, there, everywhere. Always try to link it when you can to your organisational values so that you know it's not just your team, but you are part of a bigger team, a bigger tribe, a bigger community. Couple of things also on setting ground rules. Always make sure you put down how you're going to reinforce and how you're going to enforce. What do we mean by that? It's all very well to have them, but how do we keep them alive? We put them we laminate them, we read them out before every meeting. And the other thing, and this is the most important thing about ground rules, have a process, an agreed system for what you're going to do when someone breaks a rule. How do you enforce? So not just reinforce, how do you enforce? We all break them either consciously or unconsciously. And let me tell you this, your ground rules are only as strong, they're only as big as when you first break them and what you do about them. And the third strategy is agree a shared set of objectives. Often what happens is leaders have their own objectives, but there's no set of team objectives. When we do come together, what are we really coming together for? So it could be about safety, that's a shared objective. It could be about people development, that's a shared objective. It could be about growth. But have a set of shared objectives so that we're not just doing our own thing, bouncing off each other, but we really are all for one and one for all. So there we have it. 3 very, very simple yet powerful strategies. 1, get to really know each other. 2, set some ground rules and make sure you're reinforcing and enforcing them. And thirdly, have a shared set of objectives, not just individual objectives all coming together. I know that'll help. Try it. Let us know how you go. I'm Paul Mitchell. Find the passion, develop the skills, make the numbers, and make a difference.